My name is Keisha Lee. All my life I've been on a search for purpose. Once I found it, it became my mission to find others who feel that they are living their purpose in life, in hopes to encourage others to do the same. This is Purpose TV. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hello, everybody. This is Keisha Lee again with Purpose TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have a very special guest here today. His name is Malachi. Someone actually told me about him, and I looked him up, and I was like, this guy can really sing. So I was like, yeah, let's do that. Let's have him on the show. So here he is, everybody, Malachi. Okay, what is your AKAs? So,
Okay, you got Malachi, you got AKA Money Malachi. You know what I'm saying? And Northside Malachi.
Nice.
Yeah, that's another one.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, yeah, it's Malachi.
Malachi.
Yeah.
One of the things that I really loved that your manager sent me was that interview that you did. I don't know if it was considered an interview or not, but you were at a radio station.
Oh, okay.
And you sung.
Okay.
And I love what they were saying because they were right.
Thank you.
On there, and
Thank
I
you.
was like, wow, I really like. Okay, so tell everybody, because I'm just talking like everybody know who you are. Tell everybody what you do.
I am a singer-songwriter, rapper, actor, all-around great guy. Malachi, I've been doing music for about 20 plus years.
Nice.
I had my first record deal in like 97, 98.
Wow.
So, yeah, absolutely. I had a first look deal with Infamous Records, my beach label. Rest in peace, man, Prodigy. So, you know, that was my first rite of passage into the music industry, as we say.
Nice.
You know, kind of bounced around from there. I was on X Factor Season 2 in 2012. Made the first 6 episodes, so that didn't kind of work out. But like I said, I was on the first 6 episodes. I went to the boot camp.
That's
Miami. That was great. Yeah, it was a great experience.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Since then, I've just been
I'm looking at his. Apparently I did.
Can't give me everything, Lee.
I really did, baby. Like, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm sitting beside a celebrity.
You caught off guard. You saw it.
This is the truth. Normally when I have somebody on the show, it's somebody that I know.
Okay.
You would be the first person that I've interviewed that I didn't particularly, know for an extensive amount of time. So I had the research that I did do. It was real quick, but I was like, all I need to know is that, you were very gifted, you could sing, and you felt like it was your purpose. So
Yes.
I didn't go any further than that. So y'all,
I actually hear that a lot.
I
Like
did
a
not
lot of
know.
times when people start to get familiar with my music or who I am, or what I've done, such and such, people are like, yo, why aren't you already out? Why haven't I heard this on the radio? You know what I mean? And that's one of the things I know, that I have providence on my side. I know that I'm fulfilling my purpose because the directions I'm going in, God continues to open up windows and doors. And, you know what I mean? Like, I've never lacked for opportunities. I've never lacked for talent. But the timing wasn't always right. My attitude and character wasn't always right. So, I think that, having been through, I'm 38. So having been through everything and finally getting to like the precipice where I know like it's about to happen, people starting to pay attention. We really got great records, producers are participating, like singing, so like, yeah, that's definitely my purpose, and this is definitely my time. So I'm glad I was able to come here and meet you.
yes, I'm honored. I was already honored, but I was like, well, okay. I was not ready. I had no idea who I was sitting in front of. Okay, so
Crazy.
I'm just being honest. Okay, well, tell us how you got started. Like, when did it start for you?
My father was a pastor, and my mother was a gospel singer and evangelist. And so like from a young age, I was always like on somebody's skirt tail, you know, going into a choir rehearsal or going somewhere to sing. You know what I mean? Like I was always somewhere running around. But, you know, the music was always a part of our family and our, you know, our everyday routine. So that's where it started. You know, like I said, I've been performing since I was maybe like 4.
Yeah.
When I could really understand and remember lyrics. You know, my mom was like Joe Jackson. For real. My mom was, yeah.
Whoa.
Yes, my mother trained me, you know, extensively, you know, from a very young age because she had a vision for me. And, you know, my mother had 13 brothers and sisters.
Wow.
And she was the special one. You know, unfortunately, she had a couple strokes.
Oh.
And so she can't sing anymore. So that's one of the things that like I carry with me when I do shows, when I'm in the studio. I can always feel, you know, those generations of people saying like, you have to be the one. You know, because my grandmother, her name was Beulah May Ross. She was one of the members of the Cookies, which later became the Raylettes.
Okay.
And so, you know, my grandmother, my mother, you know, we've been having music in our family for generations. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay, so let me ask this. With you having so much music in your family, did you feel any pressure to kind of follow suit?
Kind of. You know, my mother was one of those individuals whose reputation preceded her.
Mm-hmm.
And so that kind of threw a light on me as well. Like, oh, you Elaine's son. You know what I mean? Like, I said my mother had 13 brothers and sisters, but she was Elaine. You know what I mean? So everybody knew that when Elaine came, like, the whole city was going to turn out. You know what I mean? And so growing up with that, like, I used to not even like to sing with my mother. My mother's crazy. She's, you know what I mean? Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
But at the same time, nah, like, because it was just so natural to me.
Yeah.
You know, that was just what everybody expected. You know what I mean? So people who have known me since I was a child are not surprised that I'm still doing music at all.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably like the first thing they ask for people who haven't seen me in a while or whatever. Like, yo, you still sing? You still doing music? Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. Well, I'm glad you are.
Thank you.
So I know you mentioned that you also write.
Yes.
Have you written for other people?
I've written for several other people. Actually, when I had my first deal in '98, I was doing more writing than I was recording.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was young, super young. I was like the only dude from the South that was really with the crew. You know what I mean? And you had a lot of dudes that was artists but didn't really write. So yeah, I started at an early age, like 17, 18, writing for the other artists.
Nice.
Nowadays, like I'm working on my own project so much, but you know, I started singing gospel maybe as a young man, maybe like 14, 15,
Right.
and seriously pursuing gospel. We were on Bobby Jones, and you know, I was with a couple of different groups and choirs. One group in particular, a good friend of mine was like the musical director, and we used to write a lot. So I've written a lot of gospel stuff. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah, definitely.
So what? I know you say you rap as well.
Mm-hmm.
What genre then are you pretty much in now? Are you still doing some gospel or?
I think that, you know, the concept of genres is almost a non-starter now because music is so ubiquitous, you know, and I consider myself that type of artist. It just depends on what day. I might do a pop song, I might do some rap, you know, we might do whatever, blues. You know, I like to do a lot of covers. Like right now, we're working on a project called Prom Night '98, and it's like a mixtape of all the things that was the shit when I was in school. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's gonna be
all
dope.
that school dance music, you know what I'm saying? The
Nice.
Mid Condition and Tony,
Ooh.
Prince, and, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With some original stuff mixed in, and just kind of like put our own spin on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so yeah, it just depends on what day. Like other days, you might see me, I might be listening to Nipsey Hussle all day. You know what I mean? And just feeling myself writing. You know what I mean? Like I think that I fell in love with hip hop because, you know, in my estimation, hip hop is like almost the culmination of all sounds that was created by us on this continent and even before that. Because you hear a lot of African sounds, a lot of Caribbean influence in hip hop. And so to me, it was like the ultimate expression. You know, everyone would say, yo, just sing. But like to me, painting pictures with your words and the way hip hop is structured, it's just so ubiquitous. And that's why, you know, hip hop has recently become the most streamed, the most consumed music in the United States.
Yeah.
Passing rock and roll, passing country. And the reason for that is that hip hop is like the evolution of all of those different sounds.
It is.
So that's what made me like really fall in love with it and why I continue to be in love with it. Not that I don't love to sing, because I really do. But I also love myself some hip hop. Nice. I love lyrics, you know what I'm saying? Like I love trap music, like all of that. Yeah. All of those different sounds, you know, fascinate me at different times.
Nice. Okay. Well, we are going to take a really quick break, and we will be right back with Malachi. Stay tuned now. Don't worry.
Stay tuned.
Okay, so let's go ahead and kind of like talk about like some up and coming projects and things like that you have going on.
Okay, right now, the main thing I'm focusing on right now is MLK and Bimbo. MLK and Bimbo is kind of like an introduction to my sound, to my story. MLK and Bimbo is the block where I was born. You know, my grandfather actually used to own the whole block. He owned the store. Then my parents' house where I was born was next door. My grandfather's house was next door to that. And my uncle's house was across the street. My other uncle's house was down the street. And you know, my grandfather was one of the, you know, dudes in the hood who sold everything. You know, and this is at a time when that part of Greensboro was black owned and the community was tight. You know, there were a lot of black professionals. You know, we had a really nice park. We had, you know, they wouldn't let us in the country club, so we built a golf course over there. You know what I mean? Right there on MLK and Bimbo. And so that was the environment that I was fostered. You know what I mean? Like I was able to see black entrepreneurs. I was raised by a man who was raised by a man. You know, I had both parents in the home. You know, so getting back to why I named this album MLK and Bimbo. You know, I wanted it to reflect everything that I've been through. You know what I mean? And so like I wanted to have that be the beginning. You know, because I know there's going to be a million projects after that. But this is kind of my baby because it's the beginning. You know what I mean? And so yeah, we shooting the first video right there on the same corner. And you know, I would like to take the profits from the project that we're doing and actually buy it back. Like my goal is to buy the store back, buy the house back, because the house that I grew up in, is boarded up now. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's my like ultimate goal with this project, make enough money to where I can kind of start buying up those properties again, and that'll make it like really special and full circle.
What do you do you want to do with the properties?
My brother has a master's degree in agricultural science. We're very passionate about you know, trying to eliminate food deserts in our communities. And so I would love to take that store and turn it into more of a staple for the community with fresh vegetables and etc. You know what I mean? Like we really want to make it like a fresh market, but something where it can create economy because we want to go to some of the local farmers, the beekeepers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like not just a corner store, like every hood got a corner store. Yeah. You know, but when I was growing up, that corner store was kind of like the center of our community. You know, and not in a bad way. Nobody was allowed to stand up there and loiter. Nobody was allowed to, you know what I mean? Like, throw bottles or whatever. Right. You know, and as that community starts to disintegrate, you know, it started with something as simple as that store. My granddaddy sold the store. Yeah. You know, when he got too old to where he couldn't really maintain it, and all of us were doing our own things, no one really took up the mantle. You know what I mean? And so when he sold it, you know, that was kind of the beginning of the end of that part of town. Like we started to go down after that. Because a lot of the black entrepreneurs and black professionals started to move in different places. And you know what happens in our communities.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm hoping that MLK and Bill will be a seed. I want to use, like I said, the profits from this project to start buying up those properties again and do something with them.
Yeah, that's great. What words of encouragement do you have for anyone out here who really wants to get into this industry? Do you have any suggestions or any words?
I think that personally, I would say that being successful in any industry, particularly in the music industry, is more about being the best you. Like I've said before, I've never really lacked opportunities or resources. Mm-hmm. It was more or less about me not being able to handle responsibilities, pressure, and success at that time. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I would just encourage anybody to just be the best man you can be the best father you can be the best husband, or you know what I mean? Like mother, like these are the things that bleed into your professionalism. These are the things that, the type of energy that you give off when you work with people. Yeah. And I mean, I think that, yeah, that's the piece of advice that I would give. Just be the best you, work on your character. Gotcha. You know what I mean? That's one of the main things I look for when I'm talking about relationships, business-wise. Yeah. You know what I mean? People I want to work with, I want to know that this person is going to bring good energy into my presence. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to have to watch this person out the side of my dream. I'm not going to be, there's no gossip, there's no animosity. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. People who bring that type of energy, kind of stand in the way of their own opportunities.
Yeah. Wow. Really good. One more question. Mm-hmm. What do you want to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered as one of the individuals, one of the artists, one of the black men who started to change the culture, who started to shift the culture toward less self-destructive tendencies. Mm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm really big and passionate about mutual respect in our communities, about entrepreneurship, You know what I mean? About not accepting the role that America has placed on us. And realizing that, you know, hip hop is the most powerful catalyst for global pop culture. Regardless of where you are, if you're in Singapore, if you're in China, if you're in Africa, if you're in Russia, you know, hip hop has extended its tentacles to the entire globe. And so now I want to be a part of the generation who starts to capitalize on that financially, who starts to use that power to transform our communities for the better. You know, I want to be one of those artists that kind of push the culture forward that way.
Nice. Very good. All right. And then, how can people get in contact with you?
You can get in touch with me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at Northside Malachi. That's Northside Malachi, Malachi. That's my social media.
Nice. Okay. All right, guys. Listen, when we come back, we're going to hear Malachi sing.
There I go, there I go, there I go, there I go. Pretty baby, you are the soul that snaps my control. Such a funny thing, but every time I'm near you, I never can behave. You give me a smile and then I'm wrapped up in your magic. Music all around me, crazy music, music that keeps calling me so very close to you.
Okay.
Just getting a little loose a little bit.
Okay.
So are you ready for the countdown? 10. When we finish sexing, we gon' start over again. Yes, we are. Countdown. 9. I'm gonna make you scream and tell me that it's all mine. 8. 7. Girl, I've been waiting just to take you straight to heaven. I'm talking about 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We ain't gonna stop until we see the sun, baby, on the countdown.
And we looking out for that summer 2019 countdown. MLK and Bilbo, Money Malachi.